56 days ago, Scottie Scheffler was looking for his first ever win on the PGA Tour. Now he's won 4 times in his last 6 starts. Now he has won his first major. Now he is forever known as a Masters champion. Wow. And in the spirit of Scottie Scheffler, I am joining the bandwagon. I'm joining the crew. Maybe it'll help my golf game. Rod Black here. Ian Leggatt is with us as always, our master of analysis. Lego, you look back on this day, this Sunday at Augusta, not a lot of drama for sure down the stretch. You know, Scottie Scheffler could basically 6-putt it home if he had it to. But I think it spoke volumes about how well Scottie Scheffler is playing right now and why he is the best player in the world, number one.
Well, he answered that question for me, definitely, Blackie. As I said, you know, he had a lot to prove this week, and he got to run undercover quite a bit until after round 2 because of the Tiger Woods story that unfolded, because he came into this week really as an unheralded world number one. No majors, really just on an incredible run over the last 2 to 3 months that really vaulted him to world number one. And, you know, I just believe that you should have a major championship on your resume to be world number one. But the way that they're compiling points now and reconfiguring it, there's no doubt about it after this victory that Scottie Scheffler is the world number one. Now the question is, who's next? Rory McIlroy, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, John Rahm. The world number one's been a revolving door for quite some time now since Tiger ultimately stepped away. And now we add Scottie Scheffler to that list of players as well that really are world number one.
You know, from a guy like you who has won on the PGA Tour and a terrific golfer, give me an idea. I mean, you must even get goosebumps or emotional when you see a guy like Scottie Scheffler who dreamed the dream of wearing the green jacket. I thought that was such a great ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, there's no doubt about it. I've had this debate with people before. Unless you're, you know, maybe, you know, Shane Lowry winning at Portrush, there isn't a single player on the PGA Tour who's not going to tell you the one major that they want to win is the Masters. So I think for him to be able to close that out, it is a dream. You know, this kid grew up playing golf at a very young age, and just like myself, I could imagine the thoughts going through his head as he knocks his 4th putt in, being on the putting green with his little buddies as kids. You know, this one's for the Masters, this one's to, you know, beat Tiger Woods, and the stories that we all unfolded as young kids, and it came true today. So, you know, I can only imagine what this is going to be like for him over the next couple weeks as he really puts it all into perspective, all the hard work that's come into putting on that green jacket.
Yeah, you have the dream. You dream of sinking the putt to win the Masters. You go, and for the Masters. Oh, wait, and for the Masters. Oh, wait, and for the Masters. Oh, wait, and for the... But hey, it doesn't matter because he's wearing the green jacket. You know, you mentioned, you know, where he's come from. And he was a 40-1 long shot not too long ago. He was 18-1 listed before going into this week. I don't think those odds are ever going to play out again for Scottie Scheffler. Now there are huge expectations that come because just like when Mike Weir won in 2003, you know what the next question is? When will you win next?
That's
the next question. You know, the PGA Championship is the next major.
And he's got the kind of game, when you look at the game that he plays, he's very accurate off the tee, very good iron player, exceptional short game, because you do not win around Augusta National without a short game. And I think he's got the kind of game that can win anywhere, to be honest with you. The only issue he's going to maybe have is at a British Open under very difficult conditions because he's a very high ball player. So he's going to have to learn the very way that Phil Mickelson needed to learn on, you know, how to get around the British Open style golf courses, because he's very much an American style player. So but he's got the kind of game based on the way that he plays, with great short game, great length, very accurate, that he could win anywhere.
Rory McIlroy, had he had some of this magic today, yesterday or the day before, he would finally have a green jacket and lay claim to a Grand Slam. He played incredible today.
You mean, but he seems to continue at major championships to put huge pressure on himself and incredibly slow coming out of the gate. We talk about the pressure that he was under at Portrush and how poorly he played. His first tee shot out of bounds. So I think that when you look at it, Rory McIlroy needs to answer the question, how do I get myself in a mental position to be able to compete right out of the gate? And because he has had struggles as of late, just getting off to a decent start. And, 64 in the final round and not winning definitely, shows you that Rory McIlroy has the game to continue to win on the PGA Tour. And best finish he's ever had at the Masters. So he's got a lot of positives to look to as he goes forward into the next 3 majors this year.
He just needed Scottie Scheffler to 9-putt, and he might have had a chance. Hey, what does Corey Connors take away from this edition of the Masters?
Well, if he watched the broadcast, he'll know that he doesn't want to put him on CBS. That's for sure. Again, another disappointing week. And, I go round and round on this and I don't understand it. I mean, there's been a number of times that Corey Connors has finished in the top 5, 10 on the PGA Tour.
And you never see him.
Coverage. Never saw him. I think we saw him. Yeah, we saw him hit a shot on number 6 today. I think we saw him make the birdie on 18. Other than that, and he finishes 6th in the tournament. But that's here nor there. I mean, let's talk about Corey Connors and he's going to be on the President's Cup team with this finish. There's no doubt about that. He's probably sneaking closer and closer into the top 20 players in the world, the way that he's played over the last month. And I think for him, it's only a matter of time till he really believes. I think for him, it's a belief system and that he can do it because I think that his putting is the biggest crutch that he has right now. And he's got to become a better putter. And when that happens, talk about a guy who can win anywhere. This guy can win anywhere. He hits the ball far enough. He hits it better than any player on the PGA Tour. And that includes Justin Thomas, who they talk about being one of the best iron players in the world. I'm telling you right now, Corey Connors is 1A and 1B when you talk about those 2 players. So he just needs to be a better putter. And what he takes away from this is a top 10 finish. And I mean, he's back again next year. But he has to look at himself as, shedding that Canadian mentality and taking a little aggression and confidence to the golf course every week to believe that he is a top 5, 10 player in the world.
Yeah, the best player not to be shown on a CBS broadcast. That's a story for another day because he's not the only one. I remember a few other guys like Ian Leggatt. Oh, never mind. You know what I'm saying. Lego, final thoughts on an amazing week in so many ways. Yeah, it didn't have the drama and excitement coming down the stretch, but there was so much to this 2022 86th Masters that we can take away, particularly the return of Tiger Woods.
Yeah, there was so many storylines as we talked about at the beginning of this week, Blackie, and Tiger Woods definitely one of them. He really, really looked banged up when he finished today, but where does he go from here, I guess, is the next question. And the next thing you just need to pay attention to is something that, as players, when a guy wins a golf tournament, it doesn't matter over 72 holes, 9 times out of 10, there is one golf shot that wins the tournament. Mm-hmm. Tiger Woods won that Masters because he got to hit his tee shot after Francisco Molinari hit it in the water on 12. So he was able to gauge that. Then after the shot that, Scheffler hit on number 3 today, that changed the entire golf tournament. One shot changed it because it was looking like Cameron Smith was going to have either going to be tied or one behind after that hole, and one shot changed that golf tournament. So the next time you're thinking about it, watching a tour event, and these are the best players in the world, no different than you or I and anybody else that goes and plays golf. There's always one shot that either makes or breaks it, and that was the one shot that won Scottie Scheffler this green jacket.
Yeah, Lego, we can't thank you enough for your excellent insight this week. Let's do this again. Scottie Scheffler has won over $8 million over his last 6 starts, almost $3 million at the Masters. But you know what? I look at that one beer that I won, because you guys, don't say it, you're the expert. But I just get a lot every once in a while. A blind squirrel finds an acorn, and this squirrel is going to get a beer from you.
Well, you definitely got lucky, and I know you were thinking about it after he started birdie, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to delivering that to you and sharing a beer with you, buddy.
You got it. Let's do this again for the PGA Championship and down the road. Leggo, you're awesome. Thanks again, pal.
Thanks, Blackie.